BBC News.
Well, we can speak now to the Chief Minister of Gibraltar, Fabian Picardo, who joins me now. Thank you very much for taking the time to talk to us on BBC News, Mr. Picardo. First of all, can you clarify, has the situation at the border basically returned to normal?
It has now returned to normal. Thank you for the opportunity to share my views with your viewers. It is now about 20 minutes to cross into Spain, which is what we call normal in this situation.
So a very difficult week for relations between yourselves and Spain, between Britain and Spain. Can I just ask, prior to the creation of this reef, had there been any consultations with Spain about what was going to happen?
There wouldn't be consultations with Spain about what's happening in that particular area, because this is purely a part of Gibraltar. These are what are known as British Gibraltar territorial waters. They're as much a part of Gibraltar as Main Street is, and you wouldn't expect us to be consulting about what it is that we're going to do in Main Street with Spain. Otherwise, we may as well just give up the ghost and hand over sovereignty to them. But this was not something that we kept secret. There's been a wide consultation with the fishing community locally in Gibraltar. We've published a report which we've shared with Spanish fishermen. In fact, the Spanish fishermen themselves were a party to the preparation of that report. So although we weren't consulting with the Spanish central government, which, by the way, doesn't want to talk to the Gibraltar government, we were talking to the interested parties, namely the fishermen.
So there were no efforts, for the sake of pragmatism, shall we say, on your part to actually send these papers directly to the Spanish central government?
Oh, believe me, it would be my absolute pleasure to have a dialogue with the Spanish central government on any number of issues, including issues related to fishing. But when the Partido Popular was elected in November 2011, they specifically said that they would not hold any talks involving the government of Gibraltar. They wish only to talk to the United Kingdom about issues of sovereignty and completely ignore the government of Gibraltar. So that process of dialogue, which there was before, a trilateral process of dialogue involving the United Kingdom, Gibraltar and Spain, has now disappeared, and there is therefore no gateway for such discussions as you're proposing.
Okay, so if there ever was the prospect of a gateway, that has effectively closed, do you think, or at least closed certainly for the foreseeable future as a result of what's happened over the weekend?
Well, I don't think that what happened over the weekend is going to have any effect on the opening or closing of that gateway. It's actually a manifesto commitment of the Partido Popular in Spain not to have any direct contact with the government of Gibraltar under that trilateral process. It's a real pity. The government of Gibraltar and the government of the United Kingdom have both said specifically, William Hague said it and I've said it specifically, that we continue to believe strongly that the trilateral process should be recommenced so that we can continue to have a dialogue on all issues which are relevant to people on both sides of the frontier.
Why do you think this has remained such an intractable issue, given the trade, the generally good relations that are enjoyed between the UK and Britain in so many other areas? Between the UK and Spain, I beg your pardon, in so many other areas.
Spain has had an obsession with Gibraltar for many years, and the Partido Popular government seems to be taking it to a different level. But don't believe that there is only good relations between the UK and Spain, and that there aren't also very good relationships between Spain and Gibraltar at every level except the institutional government level since the election of Partido Popular. As I say very frequently, every day there are hundreds of Gibraltarians and Spaniards doing business together, falling in love, getting married, doing all the things that you would expect citizens of friendly states to be doing with each other. That happens all the time, despite the fact that some Spanish politicians want to take an axe to those relationships.
Okay, Fabian Picardo, the Chief Minister of Gibraltar, thank you very much.